Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Trev back in here to bring another video. So we just found out that the UFC light heavyweight division is totally messed up. I mean, completely messed up. Essentially, what's going to happen is this: Rampage is out for a while with his hand, at least until November. Rampage is going to be, is going to get a title shot for sure. The winner of Rashad Evans and Phil Davis is going to get a title shot for sure. And apparently now, the first guy to challenge Jon Jones is going to be Lyoto the Dragon Machida. So this, the whole light heavyweight division doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to do a video on Lyoto Machida versus Johnny Bones Jones. So this is an interesting match right here. This is a very, very interesting match. We just saw Lyoto Machida with an insanely impressive victory over Randy Couture. Now many of you might think, oh, well, Randy's old and he just retired and this kind of stuff and that and whatever. Randy was moving good in that fight. I said in my review, Randy was doing good. I mean, he was moving fast. You know what I mean? He looked like he was ready. And just like the Anderson Silva fight, with that front kick, man, that freaking crane kick, Shotokan karate, whatever you want to call that kick. I call it a crane kick, okay? Because I don't do karate anymore. I did when I was younger, but not anymore. Anyway, took it right out of his hands with that. Randy's career, everything was just over at that point when he got hit with that kick. Lyoto Machida is dangerous, okay? And don't kid yourself. A lot of people are going to be saying he has no chance in this fight. That's not true. That really is not true. And this is why. For the last, probably, I don't know how long it's been now, 5 years, maybe 6, maybe 7, there has been a curse over the light heavyweight division. The curse. If you guys don't know about the curse, maybe you haven't watched mixed martial arts long enough. The curse of the light heavyweight division in mixed martial arts is, ever since Pride and the UFC became one, okay, ever since they joined, there has not been a guy to stay on top of the light heavyweight division at all. I mean, anybody gets the title, they might win a fight, maybe 2. I think Rampage might have won 2, and they lose it. Okay? No one has held the light heavyweight championship for more than a year. Think of all the champions we've had. We had Forrest Griffin. Come on. Rampage, okay, who was, who I believe beat Forrest. Forrest should not have won that fight. Rampage, when he says that, Forrest had my belt and he's got my belt and this guy's got, yes, they do, and they did, okay? He did not beat Forrest, or, I'm sorry, Forrest did not beat Rampage, okay? Rampage won that fight. That's all there is to it. Anyway, moving on. So we've had Rampage was champion, Forrest, Chuck Liddell, Wanderlei Silva, Randy Couture, who else has been a frickin' Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, Shogun, Jon Jones. Okay, all these guys. The last guy to hold the light heavyweight championship, and for a long period of time, was Wanderlei Silva. Ever since Wanderlei Silva, no one has held the light heavyweight belt for more than a year. And yes, I know it was called a middleweight belt in Pride. Please don't be an ignoramus and start commenting on this. This isn't an argument. We all know. You can go Wikipedia this. Don't comment on it. Go Wikipedia it if you don't believe what I'm saying. Anyway, the fact of the matter stands. The curse of the light heavyweight championship is real. The question being, is Jon Jones the man to break the curse? I don't know. But I think that he's probably the one with the best chance in the last few years. The thing about Jon Jones is we have not seen him fight a guy like Machida. There is nobody out there like Machida. Machida eats wrestlers. He chews up wrestlers and spits them out. Okay, that's what he does. Anybody who's a wrestler who faces Machida doesn't have a good time. They're going to have a bad time. Remember Tito? Remember, how many wrestlers does he face now? Remember Rashad? Remember the stanky leg? I mean, this guy Machida chews up and spits out wrestlers. He eats them for breakfast. Okay? He cleans his feet with them. That's what he does. He destroys wrestlers. Jon Jones' prime attribute, I would say, is his wrestling. That's his best attribute. Lyoto Machida in this fight is going to be looking to outstrike Jon Jones, to use his style on Jon Jones, and to knock Jon Jones out. I don't think he's going to be trying for a decision, because I think he knows that if he does that, he'll probably lose. Even if he wins the fight, he'll probably lose a decision. against Jon Jones, because the UFC just finds Jon Jones to be that marketable, and you know, I just don't see him wanting to go to a decision with Jon Jones. But I do see him potentially beating Jon Jones. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Everybody sort of thinks that with the Shogun fight and that kind of stuff, the Machida error, you know, like as if it wasn't, you know, as if he was never really on top and this and that and the other thing. Dude, Machida is good, man. Machida is really good. And people, you know, underestimate Machida, man. The Dragon, I'm telling you guys right now, do not look past him when it comes to Jon Jones, okay? Jon Jones will not step on Machida. He won't. He's not going to be able to take Machida down, okay, or not easily anyway. And even if he does, he's got to deal with, you know, a guy who's got good jiu-jitsu, good hips and everything. So I guarantee this. See, I'm one of the first guys going to be doing this video. Check the date on this video. You'll see how long ago I did this when a lot of you guys are watching this, you know, when it comes closer to the fight. I'm probably going to be one of the only guys saying that I think Lyoto Machida can win this fight. Everybody else is going to be picking Jon Jones. I guarantee. I'm going to make a prediction now. Everybody's going to pick Jon Jones. They're going to say, you know, Jon Jones will stomp on him, he'll out-wrestle him, elbow him in the face a million times, break his orbital bone, yada, yada, yada. And is that possible? Yeah, I mean, that's probably, you know, there's a good percentage chance that could happen. I'd say probably about a 60% chance in this situation that Jon Jones will take this, outstrike him, take him down, and beat him. But you know, I think that Lyoto Machida has as good a shot as anybody at beating Jon Jones. I really do, and I think that anybody who, you know, just assumes that Jon Jones is going to take this fight and beat Lyoto, I think that that's a mistake. I really do, because I believe that when Lyoto lost to Shogun the second time, he didn't seem like the same Lyoto he did before. Okay, he seemed like he was tentative. He was I don't think he was training enough. He wasn't the same Lyoto that fought Randy Couture. When you guys saw Lyoto against Randy Couture, you know that he was ready to go. And I think that at that time, if he would have fought anybody in that shape, he probably would beat anybody in the division, except for maybe Jon Jones. He's the only one. So in this fight, you know, I really see this fight, it could go either way. You know, I think that you got to give the odds to Jones, but at the same time, you know, I know, I'm trying to tell you guys, don't look past Lyoto, man. Lyoto could knock him out. Lyoto could win this fight. Lyoto is dangerous. I think he's the most dangerous striker in the light heavyweight division. He's a great fighter against, you know, wrestlers. He comes from Black House, you know, the camp that I like to call the anti-wrestlers, full of the anti-wrestlers there. You know, trains with, you know, Anderson, trains with Junior Dos Santos. I mean, Lyoto Machida is for real, and he is not going to be easy to beat, especially now. I think he's hungry. I think he's ready. I think he's, you know, going to be in good shape, going to be strong, going to be able to push Jon Jones off him, and we're going to see Jon Jones have to strike against Lyoto Machida. And, you know, I'm going to make a prediction right now. I think you have to go, like, you know, the odds, you know, you have to go with Jon Jones, but I think that, you know, this would be a good bet if you're looking to, you know, try to make some cash, because I know the odds are going to be against Lyoto, and I think that he's got as good a shot as anybody of beating Jon Jones. I really like to see Lyoto take this fight and become the champion again. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. So, you know, in this fight, wouldn't pick Jon Jones. I'd either bet on Lyoto or I wouldn't bet at all, because I think this is a really close fight, and I know the odds are going to be ridiculous. The odds are probably going to be 3-1 for Jon Jones. So I say either pick Lyoto or don't bet on this fight, because I think that this is a really, really dangerous fight for Jon Jones. That's it, guys. I guess what I'm doing is I'm picking Lyoto the Dragon Machida to upset Jon Jones. Later. Peace.